Thank you guys so much for being here. We have Bailey and Ben.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, thank you for being here. So we were talking about, let's say you've done this maybe a decade ago or however long ago, you've spent the money, installed the pool, but now like you're seeing all the cool new things that are out and you might want to update. How would we go about doing that? Where do we start?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of new technology that we see coming out.
Yeah.
A lot of control from the smartphone. That's what a lot of people like to have, that control, that visibility.
Yes.
There's some nice upgrades that you can do to your pool.
Absolutely, and I think one of the best ways too is reaching out to us, and then we typically can either have that conversation over the phone, maybe decide if it's best we meet with you at your home, or if you want to come to the store and maybe see all the options that we have. We have a display pool with all these features on it, so you can kind of get an idea
Very cool.
of what's out there, that maybe you didn't have available when you initially bought the pool.
Yes,
right, exactly.
yes,
Yep.
And you'll come out to like our home too to see the space, maybe what the key upgrades could be to kind of maximize our budget. That kind of thing. So you really don't need to know anything. I think a lot of times we feel like, oh, we have to know, we have to be knowledgeable about this before we call so we don't look silly. But you guys are the experts, so that's what you're there for. We could just call and say, hey, can you help me with this?
Right.
Yep, absolutely. Yep.
So what are some of the other fun new features that you're seeing in pool technology, if you will?
Just a lot of the, everybody's trying to be mindful of money, and we are as well too. A lot of the, energy efficient pumps.
Okay.
Variable speed, just stuff like that to try to be mindful of your money.
Yes.
So you can, maximize it and use your space as much as you'd like.
So it can cost you a little bit to run those things too that you're putting into your backyard, the pools and things, and then also, of course, the cost of the items as well.
Absolutely.
Neat. So do you have specific projects that you've worked on that you'd like to talk about, a certain remodel or things that you've really enjoyed?
Yeah, I think there's been a couple that we've done recently. The pool, the one that comes to mind is about a 25-year-old pool. And what's nice with this is there's a little bit of thought that goes into it, because typically a lot of these residential pools have a vinyl liner.
Okay.
And that typically has to get replaced every 7 to 10 years anyways. So if you can kind of time it correctly, so that way we can maybe accomplish that at the same time. And then if you did want to change some of the interior design features, it makes it much more cost effective for the customer, right? And then you can maybe eliminate some of the older things that are there that are more obsolete. And then also have the ability to add, maybe different steps or benches. There's all kinds of different things that we can do inside the pool now that we didn't have 25 years ago.
Right, and your needs change too. However, 25 years ago, maybe now you've got grandkids, or now you're at a different stage in your life and you want it to be a little easier to access your pool, whatever that might be. So that might be something you could change at that time too.
Absolutely.
Nice. Did you mention smartphone controls with the pool? With I don't know, what can you control in your backyard with the smartphone?
Pretty much everything with your
Really?
pool. Yeah, so you can turn your lights on, your different water features, waterfalls. So it's pretty
Wow.
cool to show off to your friends when
Seriously?
exactly their pool's up and running.
Well, that is amazing. Okay, so if we want to get in touch with you, how do we do that?
Yeah, so our website works great.
Okay.
Otherwise, we do have 2 retail locations in town too, one on the south side of town and one on the north side. So
Fun. Well, that's a fun little afternoon trip too, right?
Absolutely.
To just go see what's new in pools and spas. And then what about the landscaping piece, that kind of architecture that goes with it? Can you help with that as well?
Yeah, so typically we have a lot of great subs that we work with on a regular basis. So that makes it really easy for us to help recommend, right?
Yes.
Get the right people at the right time to help us do the pool project with them. So it really makes it easy for the homeowner to go through this process.
Yeah, that makes it so nice too. If you've ever done a project in your home, it's so much better when you have someone who knows the order and knows how to do that. It can walk you through that. So that's fantastic. Thank you guys so much for being with us today and showing everybody how we can get our backyard bliss on.
There we go.
I look forward to having you on again. Thank you again, Bailey and Ben from Thatcher Pools and Spas. And we'll have all of that information on our website too, so you can contact them. And we'll be right back with more Midwest Access.